Good Friday morning, guys. TGIF. Got a weekend coming up. I know all of y'all are excited about that. And what else can I tell you? Today's the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It's right now. And it just went right on by. So, telling you, if there's anything you want to do, you better be doing it. But anyway, what else can I tell you? For the noon video today, I did a little driving video yesterday. I'll post it today regarding, and we'll talk about my actual experience in the electric vehicle. I have a 2022 Chevy Bolt and a 2LT, and yeah, I like it. I mean, yeah, my driving habits suit an electric vehicle very well. Okay, I mean, I drive slow. I don't drive much. I drive about 600 or 800 miles a month max, and you know, and if I do take a long trip, I've got a motorhome, and I can tow it behind the motorhome on a tow dolly. You can't tow it all four wheels down, but you can tow it on a tow dolly. And so, if I go on a long trip, I'll go in the motorhome. So that's the way that is. And also, this thing that somebody sent me here, I don't remember who sent it, but it's a little toilet for dolls, you know what I mean? And so what you do, you know, I couldn't figure out how to make it operate, but what it is, there are batteries in it, I found out. But you don't even have to lift the lid, I mean, you can, but you press the button, and then you press it again and it flushes. So some of those poopy comments I get may be flushed down the toilet now. I don't know. There's really no place to put it, but be that as it may. What else have we got? Never worry about what you cannot change. And I have to say that is a good habit to form, because that would eliminate watching the news entirely. Pretty much. But anyway, yeah, I've been living in a sticks and no bricks for about 10 days approximately, and yeah, it's pretty easy this time for some reason. I thought I was going to suffer from withdrawal getting out of the motorhome, because I've been RVing for, God, I don't know, 28 years, long time. And yeah, I've been living in RVs, and now I got a house with a bedroom and a living area and a kitchen. You know, it's not big, it's like 500 square feet. I think it's 480 square feet to be exact. But it's okay. I'm getting a new roof on it here in about 10 days, and I've got the electrical fixed. So no, it's going to be a good home for me as a home base for hopefully a long time. And anyway, what else can we do today besides blah 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 blah? Okay, let's do comments, Rusty. That's why we're here. Okay. Ralph P says, Rusty, that was funny when you said you owned an overpriced golf cart. The old stinking goat doesn't care what you drive. The old stinking goat. Will start off with a good morning kiss from the old one-eared goat. His other ear is on his back there. It fell off, and you'd think you could just glue it back on, but I've tried it and it just keeps falling off, so I just left it off. Anyway, Bridget Gidget, catchy name, on the tiny home. Total ripoff at 16K. Wind would blow over in a storm. Way to go, Bridget. Thank you for your positive input. And, you know, I have to tell you, there are a lot of negative people in the world. That's just one more. Steve Combs, I like how you keep up with the times, Rusty. Just think your next car could possibly be self-driving electric car. Well, you know, the software on this car can be updated to pretty much full self-driving. It can be, because it's got all the cameras and all the stuff to do it. And so they're preparing for that long range. And would I do that? Well, see, out here in these rural areas where I live, I don't know that it'll work that well for a long time. Now, in big cities that are well mapped and are currently, being updated all the time, then that may work. But out here in this rural area, the population of this town is about 1,700 people, and there's not any big cities near me within 150 miles. So I would use it if I could. Let me say that. Thank you, Steve. Rob H. Hey, Rusty, great new car. Can you charge it while you were towing it on your dolly? Actually, no. Well, you could. You could rig up some solar panels on the roof of the car. You know, some of those flex panels and put them on there some way and hook it up. Yeah, you could rig up a way to charge, but it would be really slow because using solar, I've checked out videos, people using solar to charge their Tesla and stuff, and what they're leaving out, they're saying, yeah, you can do it, but I've had solar, I've used solar in RVing. I know a lot about it. And what I got to tell you is, if you had 4 200-watt panels, you'd have 800 watts, but you'd still have the charging capacity of 110 volt because it's going to come out 110 and go, it'll be converted to that and then to the charger. And so it would take you're going to be getting at most 3 miles per hour. And if you had 8 hours of good sunshine during a day, you'd be able to put in 24 miles. That might work. I don't know, but it's a little iffy right now. I've been checking it out. Thank you though. Miss Majestic, Rusty, is the gray ghost made of fiberglass? Just curious. I don't think so. I think it's metal of some kind. I don't really know. I mean, that's a question I didn't ask. Henri Codger, oh my word, I thought there would be a lot less road noise, especially without a gasoline engine, but after all, it's a Chevy. Thank you, Henri Codger. I see where you got your name. Now, no, the road noise is a lot less than the Chevy Spark, and my videos are what they are. I'm not spending a lot of money on equipment and noise cancellation stuff ever. I just use my smartphone, and whatever it picks up, it picks up. I don't even have an external mic anymore at all. And do I want one? No. I want to keep everything simple. I put the phone in the holder, start the video, do the video, get through, send it up, done. No editing, no nothing. So, no, the road noise is a lot less in the Bolt EV. No, it's a well-built car. I like it a lot. Steve Engelbrecht says, according to the Car Care Nut, the secret to battery life on the Toyota Prius is keeping an eye on the filter and vents. Yeah, it is. I had 2 Toyota Priuses, but this is a whole different technology. That was a hybrid with batteries, and this is a full EV, and I don't think you can block the vents. Anyway, WTBM 123, cool. Scotty Thompson says, cool video talk. Nice Colorado shirt, Rusty. Thank you. And he also says, cool comment call. Thank you, Scotty Thompson, the masked bowler from Wisconsin. Lisa Richter. Boy, Matilda is going to be full on the next comment call. Happy for you, Rusty. Yeah, well, I've already gone in and cleaned up some of them. But, there are well, I'm not going to say many, but there are a number of people who just don't get it. You know what I mean? They're just about a half a bubble off, and it's not their fault. They were born that way. In fact, when baby is born, the hospital doctor does what's called an APGAR test, which tests the child's reflexes. In other words, basically what they're testing is whether the nervous system is working efficiently. In other words, they'll prick their foot and see what kind of response they get, and they do different things. But those children that have slow response times are the children that are going to be slow for the rest of their life. But they know at that time that child is going to be not much, okay? And then if a child responds like that, is really quick, the nervous system is set up in all the places, then that child from that point forward is going to be a quick learner, good in sports and all kind of stuff. But it starts there, and that's why it's hard to be critical of people. Knowing that, it's hard to be critical of people who don't get it. You know what I mean? Because they were born that way. There's nothing they can do about it. And if they're a negative person, it's because they've been a little slow and they've been picked on all their lives, so they've developed an attitude. And there's nothing you can do about it other than just go with it. It is what it is. Peppy Patty 2432, interested in your plans for Capitan and the trips to stay in cabins that you talked about. The cabin stuff is out. Why? Well, they're not everywhere. That's one thing. And I was just going to do that if I'd had just a car. Okay, now I have a car that can be towed behind my motorhome again. The no one bought the motorhome and no one bought the place in Capitan. So back to square one, you know. And always remember, and I keep it in mind all the time, doing nothing is a plan. You know what I mean? You know, not making any changes. So I'm basically not making any changes right now. Dandify, no doubt, electric is the future of automobiles. All the big automakers were really dismissive and skeptical. Elon Musk when he first started Tesla, but now look how they're all jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, that's true. I think Elon Musk deserves a lot of credit for moving us in the direction of electric. You know, whether it has any impact on greenhouse gases and all that stuff is yet to be determined, but they do require less maintenance than a what do you call it, gas vehicle, or what do you want to call it? Anyway, be that as it may, let's go to Simply Me. I hadn't heard electric car. Oh, okay. She's saying she's heard that electric cars don't do well in colder climates. That's true. That's true. And it says, so if the plan is to get everyone electric, how will that work? Learn something new every day. Well, what you'd have to do is learn how to use your electric car in the cold climate where you live. In other words, when I had my Toyota Prius, it's a hybrid. That's a battery and has a motor. And during the winter, if it got down to 20 degrees, it was about 20% less efficient. Gas mileage or whatever, my mileage would decrease by about 15 to 20%. And it's the same way with an electric car. So you would just have to allow for that in your charging plans. Anyway, Tin Little Indian says, no noise. I had that same problem on my bicycle as a kid. I fixed the problem by putting baseball cards in my spokes with clothespins. It sounded great after that. Yeah, I did that. I think everybody did that. I think I'll put some on my car, huh? Anyway, yeah, but you know, if you still had some of those 1950s baseball cards, you'd be a wealthy individual. Anyway, moving to HWM Liberty, rolling, keep moving. Though they're disapproving, yeah, I hear you, keep them dogies moving, rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope and throw and brand them. Soon we'll be living high and wide. No, there's a lot to that. Yeah, you just move on. Yeah, you live your life the best you can, and that's the way that is. But, you know, I'm just doing me, and I live the way I live, and I'm sorry if some people don't agree with it or find it difficult. That's their issue, not mine. Curtis Stewart, when you are towing, will the regenerative charge the battery? No, it will not. No, there's the front wheels are the deal where they're connected to the engine, and the rear wheels are going to be on the ground. They'd be doing nothing. But anyway, thank you, Curtis. Ladybug, congratulations. I've been thinking of getting one too. Do you ever worry about the power going down for long periods? Well, let me say this about the power. Everybody's concerned about power outages. Well, if you have a gasoline vehicle and the power's out, you can't buy gasoline either because the pumps won't work. So you wouldn't be able to fill up an electric car or a gasoline car until the power came back on. So you just have to deal with the energy you had in your vehicle, whether it was gasoline or electric. RV living with the Geezer, it'll work out great for you, Rusty. Range is 4 times more than you drive in a day, easily towed or on longer trips. Actually, it's at least 4, maybe 5 times more than I drive. Well, but see, here's the thing. I don't drive every day. I only drive about 600 miles a month. You know what I mean? And a month, you know, that's like 2 full tanks on this thing. And what I'm going to do today, I am going to do a video today taking a longer trip, because what I've found is the ratings, the mile ratings on this car is like 259 miles. All right. And it's like the EP rating on miles per gallon on a gas vehicle. If the gas, for example, on the Chevy Spark, it was rated at 38 miles per gallon. I got 47 miles per gallon, okay? Now, it works the same way on electric cars. It's based on your driving habits, now, or your skills, or how efficiently you drive. On the electric car, I've noticed that there's a pretty good disconnect between what it's showing miles to distance on the battery versus how many miles I have actually driven. So what I'm going to do today is see how much that disconnect is, because it looks like it's pretty substantial. In other words, it looks like I may have a range based on my driving habits of around 300 miles or more. Okay, because I'm in the green zone all the way on mine. So we're going to find that out, and I find that very rewarding for those people that are not heavy-footed, jackrabbit starts and all that stuff. And I use in town, when I'm driving around town, I use the the one pedal thing, the regenerative stuff, and and that helps a lot. Anyway, let's move on down here. Sully says, fantastic looking car, great job. Yeah, I'm pleased. In fact, my son, my oldest son, called me yesterday. We talked for about an hour. Yeah, he knows a lot about cars, and he knows a lot about electric cars too. In fact, he's thinking about getting him an all-electric pickup. Whenever Chevrolet's coming out with an all-electric pickup that he's interested in, it's a little pricey, but again, guys, it's all economics. If you have the money to do something and it will improve your life or allow you to live a more enjoyable life, then do it. If you don't, then that's the way life is. It's not fair. Life has never been fair. All people are not created equal. That was a lie. Equal in the sense that we're all human, but not equal in the sense that our nervous systems are as efficient. Everyone has the same degree of efficiency of their nervous system. That's not true. They're all different. That's why some people are geniuses and some people can't pick their nose, like me. I can pick my nose. Were you impressed? Anyways, Deb says, I am just scratch that. I just am concerned about the power grid not having enough juice. Cali is already telling people not to charge their car this weekend for fear of problems with the grid. Well, that's their issue. I'm sure it's a real issue for them. And I live where I live, and we don't have that issue. All right, and so I kind of go with that. Don't worry about things you cannot change. Brian Martin, awesome, Rusty. Enjoy. Thank you. I will. I'm working on it. We'll do a few more here. Just looking through. What a terrific experience. More power to you, and more fun for us as we ride along. Yeah, today we're going to do a little experiment, and we'll continue to do them. I mean, this is a whole new chapter, and I'm enjoying it. Anyway, thank you. Jeffrey Crop, did you say gray goat color? Ha ha ha. Very funny, Jeffrey Crop. You get a kiss from the stinking goat. No, it's gray ghost. You know what I said. TT Boy 2004. I seem to remember you started your camping with a Toyota Prius. How does the Bolt differ? Well, the Toyota Prius is a hybrid. It has batteries and a gasoline engine. This car is an electric vehicle. It only has batteries and no gasoline engine. Camper's Choice. Totally believe that EVs are the future, Rusty. I used your link to buy some new tennis shoes. Well, good for you, Camper's Choice, and all of you people that use the Amazon link. It's a little way to fund the channel. Some people use Patreon and all kind of other things and do special things to raise more money for their channel. But for me, I'm satisfied with the YouTube advertising revenue and the Amazon stuff, which is just a little bonus. If you choose to use the link, that's fine, and don't worry about it if you don't care about using it. It's not, it's your life. Do you? Jerry Viditich, Viditich, maybe. Nice car, nice color. Thank you. We'll do two more and then we'll shut her down. Matt's Tech Review. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I came across this, Rusty. It's a link to something. It is a video to another YouTuber made on how much money you make on your channel, LOL. Yeah, none of those are very accurate at all, but that's fine if he did it. Will Hunt, what will happen to the horse and buggy you have? Figuratively speaking, Star Trek, here we come. Jeep and Bronco all electric in 2024. Yeah, it's going to be an electric car world soon. It's like the transition from horses to the Model T. You know, it was a big transition. You know, there were no gas stations. You know what I mean? And they were selling cars. You hear me? So that's kind of where we are with EVs. You know, we got the cars, but we don't have the total infrastructure yet. But in a period of 5 years after the Model T was introduced, there were gas stations everywhere. You know what I mean? Because people figured out they could make money off of it. That's it. So anyway, having said that, guys, from Fort Clark Springs, Texas, on a cool morning, that's 72 degrees here, which is fine. High today is supposed to be about 88, and that's fine too for this time of the year in Texas. That's awesome. But anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Beer 30 about 4:30 or so this evening, and we'll sit and chat a while. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. I'll try to come up with something. But anyway, guys, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you 1 penny. Just click on the link, go there, and buy whatever the hell you want. And then what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you will not want to eat so much, as in snack. You know what I mean? And the only way to lose weight and keep it off is eat less. That's it. There's no other tricks. Get you a smaller plate. It helps. Trust me, it does. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress. And relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes. Do it several times a day. You'll never regret that either. And then stretch your hands, stretch your fingers. Also, stretch. Swivel, walk. Pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day, every single day. Why? Because you'll feel better immediately and you may live longer, healthier because of that one thing. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negativity in. This is your brain, your head, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those neurons in there are forming neural links, which is every single thought you have. So, common sense says add good ingredients, add positive stuff, you know what I mean? And to eliminate negativity, that means you don't get to watch the news, guys, or you got to be very selective, because the news can be misinformation and total negative crap, as you know. And anyway, having said that, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the noon video, which will be a driving video, and it's going to be full of information about EVs, just general stuff. I mean, it's just easy stuff. See, I'm no techie, and I'm not an expert on EVs, but I'm going to tell you what I've learned. Anyway, adios, amigos, bye-bye. Beer 30.